Traditional African concept of evil.
Mary, please see who is at the door.
Sure, Dad. Reverend Onesimus, what a pleasant surprise.
Nice to see you, Mary. You are so lost.
I've been around, just helping my mother with house chores.
That is good to hear. I haven't seen you for so long, such that I started to fear that you are sick or something.
Thanks for checking up on me. Dad, it's Reverend Onesimus.
I'll be there shortly.
Since we finished our discussion on creation and the fall of humankind, I figured out that I might give you some space to do other personal things.
That's interesting, because we will never finish the discussion.
What? After we discussed God's plan for salvation, I thought we were done.
Not yet. Do you remember that when we discussed the biblical account of creation, we also looked at the traditional African view of creation?
Yes, it was an interesting lesson. I still remember the Agikuyu myth of creation.
When we discussed the biblical teaching on the origin of sin, did we also discuss the traditional African concept of evil?
No?
That's why I'm telling you, we are not done yet.
Oh my! I shouldn't have assumed then. Well, I am free right now and my dad is not yet here, so I think now would be a good time to talk about it.
Sure, thought so too. In the African understanding, evil is any offense committed against a person or against the community, against a god or gods, a spirit, or ancestors. Any misfortune that befalls a community, say a disease that wipes out a good part of the population, is also seen as evil.
I understand. So, in the Bible, the Garden of Eden is the origin of sin. Are there explanations in the African communities as to the origin of evil?
Very good question. Different communities have different views as to the origin of evil, but they all concur that evil exists in the world.
In that case, I am sure they also take measures to try and avoid it.
That's right. The African views of evil are both social and religious.
Religious?
Yes. For instance, many communities believe that God is good and so he did not create evil. They believe that evil possibly comes from other spiritual agents not related to God.
That makes sense. Do you have any stories on evil?
Why do I feel like you are reading my mind? That is exactly what I was going to talk about. So let us start with the Ababukusu myth on evil.
Wait, who are the Ababukusu?
They are a sub-tribe of the Luya community in Western Kenya.
I see.
Now, according to them, Were Kakaba, meaning God the Creator, created mankind from mud and created everything on earth. He also created a small god called Wele Kumali.
Let me guess. This small god rebelled against Were Kakaba, who created him.
Yes. Since then, he is known as the evil black god and is the source of all evil. He is assisted by evil spirits to do these evil works.
Very interesting.
Now, the Agikuyu and the Akamba share their myth on origin of evil. They believe that when God created the world, he meant for human beings to live forever.
Yes.
He sent the chameleon to deliver this great news to the people.
But chameleon is very slow.
Exactly. God changed his mind before the chameleon could reach the people and sent a weaver bird instead to tell mankind that henceforth people will die.
Since the weaver bird is far much more faster than the chameleon, of course it reached fast and delivered the message that people would die.
And that is how death and suffering originated and God was separated from mankind.
Wow.
Now, from these interesting stories, you can gather a list of causes of evil.
Yes. From the Bukusu story, I get that evil spirits can cause evil.
Right. Evil is also caused by malicious ancestral spirits who have a grudge against the living.
Why would a spirit have a grudge?
If they have been neglected by human beings and no libations or offerings are being made to them.
I see.
Evil people in the community such as witches, wizards, and sorcerers can also tap evil powers and use them to harm innocent people.
That is very bad.
I agree. Do you know what taboos are?
No.
In simple terms, they are rules in the community that prohibits one from doing something, If someone breaks the rule by doing that which has been prohibited, the person becomes ritually unclean.
And breaking these taboos causes evil?
Yes. Different communities have different ways of referring to ritual uncleanliness. The Gikuyu call it thou, the Luya call it luswa, and the Luo call it chira.
Okay.
Curses from parents and other older relatives also cause evil. Such curses would be brought upon anyone who disobeyed, insulted, or neglected them. Breaking of an oath also caused evil, and lastly, evil also occurred as a result of bad omen.
I believe that no community ever wanted any evil to occur in their society.
That's right. All African communities believe in the importance of social cohesion and harmony. Social order and peace meant a lot to them.
And anything that would threaten this peace was not welcome.
Correct. They believed in everything happening communally. If one person angered the gods, the punishment would be for everyone. Because of this, they worked towards ensuring that no one was evil.
Was there any consequences of evil in the society?
Yes. As I've said, they believed that the consequences went beyond the individual, affecting his relationship with the community, God, as well as the ancestors. Because of this, the consequences were social, religious, and physical in nature. Sometimes it would even affect the relationship between the person and the physical environment. The punishment would be given by God, spirits, and ancestors, elders, as well as other members of the community.
That's a lot.
Yes, it depended on the crime committed. Misfortunes such as barrenness, epidemics, illnesses, poverty, madness, drought, birth of physically and mentally challenged children, rebellious children, unstable families, environmental disasters, and war were punishments for wrongdoing.
I would never want any of that to befall my community. Wait, can I get you anything?
Maybe you should check on what is taking your dad so long.
Okay, sure.